The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A first down throw for Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
First down, Miami.
Ready up.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Bravo.
Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. And his throw is incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Got it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Ballage. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over here at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott now. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play here for Dallas. 66 yards. Now Prescott. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Forbath, the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Exit. Alert flare.
Coaching spell. Hey, wahoo. Ready.
Throwing again. Fitzgerald. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Prescott on 3rd and goal. Oh, Prescott stripped. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Cowboys 14, Dolphins 7.
And Forbath will put this one through, And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Yeah, and he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Hey, count. 27, 26.
A first down carry by Elliott. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Intended that time for Cooper. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Mike 5-4.
2nd and 15. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Fitzgerald. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a first down past the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and blitz coming, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Hey, exit.
Back to throw. Fitzgerald. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Now it's the backup Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Robert Quinn drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go. Shit. Watch the shit. Switch.
Now Elliott. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Prescott to throw it. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
We're going to 54.
Here's Elliott. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Will put this one through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Go! Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
The final shot before break. Fitzgerald. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And the Dolphin first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Now, this game certainly has some historical ties. These two teams met way back in Super Bowl VI, played at Tulane Stadium in New Orleans, Dallas getting the victory. First title for the Cowboys. They've won 4 more since, but that next season was when Miami had the perfect season, still the only undefeated campaign in league history, as they capped it with a win over Washington in Super Bowl VII in Los Angeles. On 2nd and 10. Fitzgerald, complete. This is Albert Wilson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Wilson now in his second season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Then we're going to 53. 55's my guy, 55. Here we go, going to 54, going to 54. Line in. Go. 26.
Now Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
After the sack on first down, Prescott under pressure again, and down he goes again. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Kill. Under. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Let's go, tight end. Let's go. Then we're going to 53. 26.
Here's Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Raekwon McMillan. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable for Grant. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And his first throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Kalen Ballage out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watching you drive. Hey, 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 hey.
Here's Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And down to the 19-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Go, get out there. Go. Mark 55, Mark 55.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Forbath, the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Cowboys 34, Dolphins 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Dolphins take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. The play fake to Balaj. Now Rosen. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Rosen now just 2 of 5 since coming on, but he does have a first down here. They go play action. It's Rosen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And he slings one that's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's third down. The Dolphins on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is third and 10. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. With Devontae Parker, there was quite a bit of chatter in the offseason that the Dolphins might not pick up his fifth-year option, but they did. And one man who's certainly happy with that, quarterback Josh Rosen. It's a guy that Brian Flores, head coach in Miami, wants around and in that locker room. This will be caught inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
First and goal, Miami.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Rosen to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Albert Wilson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
To throw is Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Don't say nothing.
They'll try again with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Raekwon McMillan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now Prescott on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tyrone Crawford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Rosen. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them up.
They got his man complete, and they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 39 that time. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
55. Stay with your man. 55's my guy, 55. Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, kill. 47. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Shit. Mike. 56.
Now Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Raekwon McMillan getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Tyrone Crawford able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Rosen now has hit on just 7 of 17 passes, 41%. To throw is Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, it's Rosen. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Let's go, D.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, let go. Watch it, bring it. Bring it. Right.
One final shot here for Rosen. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many